we are cleaning and repasting this very, very old MSI GeForce 8800 GT. Is that right? Yes. I always forget. They changed the naming convention. They used to put the GT before, or the GTX before. I don't think we really have GT cards anymore either. It's just, oh yeah, I figured that would happen. Because obviously everything's completely... That's funny. Yeah, those pads, oh, look at that. Yeah, everything is completely toast on here. So we tested this before, a few minutes ago, and I didn't put any load on the card because I figured that this was highly likely that it would be completely toast. So I'm using 99% isopropyl alcohol. This is actually in, aside from being obviously all dried out, this is actually in pretty good condition. So we're going to do new thermal pads, assuming my thermal pads are the right size. I think I do have the right ones. Let's see here. Oh, those aren't as thick as I thought. Okay. So I think, and it looks like I forgot the one thing I need for those, which is scissors. Okay, so it looks like I do have sufficient, sufficiently sized pads for this. I think they're, okay, yeah, it looks like they are super thin ones. So we're good there. This is going to be the fastest I've ever... Oh, you know what though? I'm totally forgetting. I knew I had more to do. It's like, man, I knew I was missing something here. We're going to open it up and clean it out too. Okay, so all of the old pads are off. And the old thermal paste is off. And then, okay, so keep the GPU out of the way there. And then, I think, let's see if this will work. I might need a smaller screw. Let's see, am I going to need smaller? Yeah, it looks like we're going to need a smaller screwdriver for that. It should work. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I think this one will work. What? Okay, that one didn't work. That's weird. That one was actually too small. Let's see here. Let's try something else. Okay. That one looks like it's going to work. I hope I can just separate. Yeah, I think this is going to be easy. Okay, so I'm going to vacuum my desk up once this is done, so it's all good. That is definitely dirty. Although I suspect that the likelihood is fairly strong that the biggest... See, I'm tempted to just leave the fan, to be totally honest. I'm not obsessed that it has to be perfect. I'm fairly suspicious that the biggest issue we were going to have with thermals was going to be related to... let me blow this real fast. I will be right back again. You guys will hear me blowing for a second. Yeah, so the biggest issue we were going to have with this one on the thermals was going to be the dried out paste and the dried out pads. The problem wasn't really going to be the fan being dirty. So let's put this back on. So that goes like, oops, how do I do that? It's got to be, oh, it's got to be that. Okay. It's interesting. Just think how much more complicated video cards are nowadays. Okay, so we put this back together, and then I should just be able to slap some thermal compound on it, cut some pads and throw those on, and we should be good to go. I bet these cheap Amazon thermal pads are probably better than anything they had back in the day. Okay, let's see here. Looks like... let's cut a little bit. Just trying to decide if I want to have a little bit of the pad overhanging, but I think I'll just make them the right size. Okay, bam. So there's one. Try to make it so you guys can see it. The thing that sucks with these thermal pads is they're kind of a pain in the butt to get the plastic covering off of. Doesn't have to be perfect, but come on. Oh, come on. I even partly peeled it back already. Why is it not? And you got to make sure to get this, or the if you do not pull this, there we go. If you do not pull this plastic covering off, the thermal pad won't work. And I have seen that. I actually saw that on a GPU a little while back. Somebody redid the thermal pads, but they didn't actually peel the plastic off. And it was on an already fairly hot GPU. It was on I did a video on it. I think it's titled, "Wow, somebody really screwed this up," or something like that. But it was on a Radeon R9 290, AMD Radeon R9 290, which, as I said, is already a fairly it's already a fairly hot GPU to begin with. Okay, and there is actually exactly enough pad here for all of these, which makes me happy because that means I don't have to get into cutting on another pad or set of pads. Man, this is my least favorite part of doing this, is peeling these off, because sometimes they really don't want to come off. I am going to hit almost 10 minutes on this. Come on. You know, I kind of wonder if, let's do this. Let's just put that on there. I'm kind of curious if the one I did where they left the plastic on, if they tried to get it off, had trouble getting it off, and then thought, well, you know, maybe I can just use it with it on. I am kind of curious. Okay, that should be good. Oops. And let's actually, I didn't realize that was there. Looks like there's a little bit of residue on the whatchamajigger, the memory chip. So let's get that off. And there we go. So we should be able to just slap this sucker back on. It's not 100% flawlessly clean, but this actually has pegs that go through, so this is actually going to be a fairly easy one. Let's see. Is that on? Yeah, gotta make sure my thermal pads didn't fall off. Okay, there we go. Bam. And then I believe that just goes over. And then these screw on top. It's a slightly unusual configuration by modern standards, but it's almost more like a like an AIO cooler style bracket, to be honest. I should have checked the temperatures to see how far it got it down. I know it would have got it down. I'll do the other one. I'll look at more detailed data for the second one. Okay, so we have cleaned. Again, as I said, I didn't flawlessly clean it. I didn't do the individual fan blades, but it's clean enough that there is no obstruction now to the ability of the GPU to cool itself. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed repasting a classic, and thanks for watching.